So how did you feel this evening on Prague Spring Festival? Very short.
It's great to be here. I love this city, and it's really nice to come here with the chamber orchestra Basel. So it is always nice to play the music of the country that you're in as well. And I love Martinu, and it just is a real pleasure for me to be in the place that he's from.
Do you like to combine classicism and neoclassicism as contrast?
Yeah, okay. Neoclassicism and classicism is a great combination, always. And it's as we have in tonight's concert, it shows the exact parallels and how it developed into neoclassicism, you know.
Yes, and how would you compare Stravinsky concerto and Martinu, toccata and due canzoni?
You know, it's very interesting that you ask, because they're both American pieces, and one is, I think, more Hollywood, and the other one is more New York, simply. And of course, Martinu and Stravinsky have such a distinct style of their own. So it's very hard to compare those two things, but the influences of jazz are completely there for both, you know, and America, actually. I can hear harmonically in Martinu's, for example, the third movement. They're just almost like a citat from Appalachian Spring, you know, Copland, which is same time, same period, you know.
Yes, and which pieces are by Martinu do you like the most?
I love the symphonies, and I love the concerto for double concerto for timpani and strings and piano, I think. And it's the list goes on. I mean, he wrote so many works, and I think I still have to discover many of them.
What was the most important moment for your decision to become conductor? Many children would be to make some others as your father.
I was always interested to become a conductor, but I was quite intimidated at first because of my father and my brother, who are very, very good and well-known conductors. And I started actually very late, in my actually late 20s, you know. And I feel like the decision really to go for this didn't come so much from me, but from my piano teacher. And I really have to thank her for a lot, because she said to me, you know, you have a whole orchestra here in front of you at the piano. And she was really teaching me many of the things that a conductor needs and must know about the real orchestral technique, actually, in terms of how to achieve certain things, what voices are important, colors, rhythm, you know, just really, really strong phrasing, and how the rhythm works with the phrasing. So it became so interesting to me that I had to test this on a real ensemble of musicians, and therefore I started slowly to conduct this way.
And is your father somebody as teacher or admirer for you, or do you find another way, another personalities?
Well, of course, I have many role models, but of course my father is one of the biggest ones, because I consider him really one of the greatest conductors, and also one of the greatest fathers, you know. So I looked up to him from a very, very young age, and I still do. Yeah.
Very nice. And do you feel yourself as more Estonian or more American? You are very young when you moved to USA.
Yes, my roots are Estonian, and I consider myself Estonian because at home I speak Estonian, and my family is very much in that culture. However, I am very much indebted to the American culture as well, because I wouldn't be the person I am now if I didn't go to school in America, and also if I did not grow up in New York City. And this is actually one of the greatest things about America, is the universality of the inclusion of different ways of thinking and ways of doing things. And it is a country that only this country could produce great people like Bernstein, you know, who did everything from jazz to classical, and was a great conductor and a great composer, and really he is one of my probably biggest idols in the world.
And do you make at home some chamber music, for example, together, or with brothers or mother? I don't know.
I used to play quite a lot with my father and brother and sister, in fact. But now we live on different continents, so we have very rarely the time to play together. But when we do get together, we certainly try, and we have a lot of fun with each other and with music. And I think that's the most important thing about any kind of music, is that you have to feel the joy in the music. Every moment. Even if it's serious music or sad music, there's still a certain joy that we are doing this. That's the most beautiful thing.